Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Washington Mystics as they go up against the Connecticut Sun. I'm Blake Suniga, and with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. Tonight's game is part of the Commissioner's Cup. So guys, what's the biggest motivation for these players in the Cup?
What about the final game grand prize money? Every player in the championship game, whether you win or you lose, gets a bonus. But the winning players are going to get a little bit more, so I would say that's great incentive for them.
Charles, no good.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
Pick by Jones. To the inside. Tina Charles with the block.
Blocking isn't all about height. It's also about timing and smarts. The good news for Charles, she has all three.
And one of the most improved players in the WNBA, Brianna Jones.
But you look at her first 3 years, Jones averaged just about 3 points per game. But in that wobble, 2020 down in Bradenton, she got a chance to play more, put up 11 per game. And now, since then, has multiple All-Star appearances.
And that one misses.
Well, Jones is known for a physical style of play, but what often gets overlooked is her footwork, which she skillfully uses to create easy buckets.
And she sinks the second. Now Burton. To the middle. Charles. Count it. Good.
Adept at getting to the rim. A little screen will never hurt Charles, too. He just loves to finish.
Now here's Carrington. Guarded closely. Pass to Ionescu. Back to Carrington. Parker ties the screen. 5 to shoot. Sweet move. Brianna Jones, the open look. The rebound by Charles.
The defenders cannot lose track of her because usually that shot will go down.
Bucket is good.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Now here is Ionescu. Pass to Carrington. Here's Parker Tyus. Shoots the three. Hamby grabs the miss. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Burton. Off target with the three. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here's Ionescu. Carrington outside. No good from outside.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, trying to take the lid off, and it's not always easy.
Pass to Burton. Screen by Charles. Atkins. Morrow with the rebound.
It's very dangerous to leave her open like that. Lucky break to the D that she missed it.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Parker ties the screen. 6 to shoot. Ionescu left side. Harrington over Atkins. And again, Connecticut no good.
Trying to get something going. They're 0 for 5 to start.
Hamby banked in off the glass.
Nimble move by Hamby, getting around the contact into the shot.
Connecticut trailing. Pass to Morrow. Parker Tyus. They set the screen. Right wing. Jones. Guarded by Charles. And again, Connecticut no good. The Mystics on offense. Outside Atkins. Lainey Hamilton. Carrington grabs the board. They're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Pass to Ionescu. Jones. Trying to get back on track. And Parker Tyus laying it in.
Nice low post offense.
Here's the Mystics with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Outside Atkins. Charles. He's guarded by Parker Tyus. Here's Burton. From outside, off the mark. On the wing, Dejanay Carrington. Defended by Atkins. Here's Parker Tyus. Out of bounds. It'll be Mystics' ball.
The ball goes to Washington.
And here's Burton. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Mystics ball as Washington keeps possession.
That pass had a little bit too much heat on it for her to make a clean steal.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough catch for either of them. I mean, these are basketball players, not wide receivers.
Shot clock at 6. And the basket by Hamby.
And that's De'Erica Hamby's favorite place to operate. Just terrific inside.
Carrington outside. Tipped away and stolen by Ariel Atkins. Pass to Lainey Hamilton. The 3 ball. It drops for her 3rd basket. She's only missed 1 shot.
Defensively, they have got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, still early, but you're right. They need to bump up the intensity on defense.
Atkins with it. Guarded now by Carrington.
And there are more points onto an early lead that just keeps on growing.
And a nice lead it is. And it's no mystery how they've done it. They are attacking that bucket.
Now here's Carrington. Pass to Ionescu. Hart down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call. And looking at the last couple of WNBA champions, seems like we're in the super team era, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, New York and Las Vegas went with super high-end talent, and they've won the last few titles.
Yeah, it takes stars taking a little less to play together. That's the big key of it. But if you have 3 of the top 15 or so players, I mean, you have got a great chance to win it all.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Now here's Hartley. Jones outside. Pass to Ionescu. Clock at 6. To end the run. And again, Connecticut no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Now here's Hamby. 6 points for her. And she makes that one.
Everything's going according to plan for them offensively so far. Coaching staff has got to be impressed.
And I'm impressed. I mean, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. They're scoring with confidence.
Here's Banham. They trail by 16. Ionescu outside. They grab their own miss. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And she's now 1 of 4 to start, just trying to get it going offensively.
Outside Atkins. Pass to Hamby. Out to the left wing. Puts up a 3. The Suns pull it in. Now Banham. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Jones outside. Back to Ionescu. Pass to Hartley. Jones inside. Hamby on her. Here's Banham. 3-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Here's Jones. And at last, they get one to fall.
And that was some excellent positioning from Jones on the offensive glass, getting herself room to grab the ball and send it back.
Charles the screen. To the right side. Screen by Charles. Inside. Stolen by Brianna Jones. Down low. Here's Hartley. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Coaches love Bria Hartley on their team, and you're seeing why. She's not afraid to mix it up down low, and she's truly a one who plays the game hard.
Washington calls timeout. Now here's Whitcomb. To the wing, right side. Here's Laxa. Guarded by Jones. They get it back. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter for them offensively.
Yeah, but they can't sit back. They need to keep the pressure on the defense and really try to put this one away early.
Great point, Brian. You have to continue to build on this lead.
Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Hartley fires the 3. Hamby grabs the miss. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And it's not rocket science at this point. Just stay with what you've been doing.
Here's Laxa. And out of bounds, the Sun will take it. And so here's Connecticut. Pass to Bibby. Back to Hartley. The 3. Hits it from three-point range.
Not by any means a three-point gunner. Hartley makes just enough of these to keep you honest, and it makes you follow her and extend your defense out to the arc.
And there's the foul called on Whitcomb. That is her first foul of the game.
Great play to sacrifice her body, take the charge, giving up her body for the team.
And really a heads-up play as well. Reads the play nicely and gets in the perfect position. That's incredibly poor defensive awareness. She's one player you don't want to give up any space to.
And so the first quarter in the books. The Mystics on top, up by 7. And we'll return shortly. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And for the Mystics, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I like what we're seeing for them, going right at the basket. Tons of points down there in the paint.
They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting in the paint.
Here's Banham, looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Jones. Now Banham. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the pick. Hartley drains the three-pointer.
She was ready. Hartley wasting no time.
The Mystics with the lead. Whitcomb with it. Foul called that time on the way up. And that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Big contest here in the Commissioner's Cup. Both of these teams consider the lead.
And both have a solid chance of making the finals. It does not get any more serious than this.
No good on that one.
But after 11 seasons and 5 All-Star selections, Alyssa Thomas was traded by the Sun.
Yeah, Thomas led Connecticut to 2 finals and was top 5 in MVP voting the last 3 years.
She's really known for her grit and her great team-first mindset. I think Thomas is leaving a big void to fill.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, you can call Sammy Whitcomb a role player, but her role is a huge one. Knock down threes, and every team wants multiple players like Whitcomb on their roster.
Now here's Hartley. Pass to Banham for three. It's up and it's off the mark. One up, one not down. Here's Hamby. Score the bucket. She's made 5 so far, shooting a nifty 5 for 7.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
That one good for 2.
As steady as they come at the point, Hartley excels at moving the rock.
And here's Harris. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Now Laxa. Misses in close. Here's Bibby. Pass to Hartley. Picked by Jones. Goes up on the wing.
Get it!
Off with the layup. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Laxa. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Well, you allow someone to get to the rim like that, and really that's your only option.
Yeah, free throws are always better than a layup. I would agree with that.
That free throw missing. And she's good on the second.
They've changed their game here in the second, getting a little more physical.
And look for them to increase this lead if they keep getting to the line.
Pass to Banham. Back to Hartley. Up top, Jones. And the rebound goes to the Mystics.
She's just not been on her game. The deficit, it's really not totally on her, but she hasn't helped the situation.
Out of bounds, it'll be Sun ball.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Washington Mystics. On Wednesday, they're going to take on the Valkyries in San Francisco. Then on Friday, they're off to Vegas to face off with the Aces.
Well, the road, never the highlight of your schedule for any team, but for this team, it's a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home courts.
Back to Ionescu. Pass to Jones. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Miss number 6 for her. She's made 2 of her 8 attempts. And that one's good.
Soft touch around the rim. You don't want Harris to catch you out of position inside.
And the Sun call time here.
I mean, good, solid game by Hamby.
She has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit the damage she's doing inside.
And so here's Connecticut. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
A good board there, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And they've just got to find a way to get back into this game. That's as good a place as any.
Just increase the effort on the board.
Here's Banham. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Ionescu outside. Off the mark there with the three.
She has slipped into a real funk here.
Definitely, the basket is not looking very big to her at this point.
To the paint. It's stolen by De'Erica Hamby. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. In 2021, the WNBA introduced the Commissioner's Cup into the season, and as a result, a second trophy.
You know, for you soccer fans out there, it's very similar to what we see in soccer. You have the regular league competition, in our case, the WNBA regular season and finals, but also a cup final. So there are 2 championships to win in one season.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Now here's Ionescu. Pass to Banham. Ionescu down low. Lays it up and banks it in.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciates it.
It's Burton. Wyatt so far offensively searching for her first points of the game. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, the D sagged off, and no hesitation on her part to rise up and bury the 3.
Here's Banham. She's covered by Hamby. Hartley outside. The pick by Jones. Lets the 3 fly. And Bria Hartley good for 3.
She's certainly heating up from outside, and that's now her 3rd 3-ball for the game. 2nd this quarter. Watch out.
It's Burton. Bucked. And the Sun pushing it up now. And the basket by Ionescu.
Few better players than Ionescu in the open court. Those handles help her finish breaks.
Hamby outside. Pass to Harris. Out to the wing. Here's Burton. The 3-pointer off the mark. The Sun trailing. Ionescu left side. Hartley covered by Harris. Here's Banham. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Here's Burton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ionescu has it. Hartley outside. Banham. Jones. Guarded by Charles. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebounded by the Mystics. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Harris. Oop, they picked the pass. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Ionescu. Good D by De'Erica Hamby.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's been the result for her over and over. I mean, she just cannot find the bottom of the bucket.
Charles no good.
And she doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
Hartley. And here's Banham. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jones. That is her first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Mystics leading.
And winning that Game 5 of the finals at home in 2024, what a moment for Sabrina Ionescu.
The scoring wasn't there for Sabrina, but she helped the Liberty find a way, dropping 8 assists in the deciding Game 5, helping lead New York to their first ever WNBA title.
Morrow. Laney Hamilton covering. Now Morrow. Pass to Carrington.
Over Atkins. And again, Connecticut no good.
Nearly got a finger to that shot on the block attempt.
It was just as effective as a block. Made her completely change her release point and caused the miss.
Well, one thing you really enjoy as a new season takes shape, seeing those players who've made the leap.
Well, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And that's certainly the case in this league, where the talent and skill level continue to elevate.
And for us diehards, witnessing the young blood staking their claim to greatness is truly something special.
And she makes both free throws. And Connecticut has possession, trailing by 10.
Pass to Parker Tyus.
Over Charles, and off the glass. That one's good.
You have to be disciplined on defense. Biting on every pump fake just isn't going to get it done. Trust me, I learned the hard way.
Now here's Atkins. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game.
Here's Laney Hamilton.
And foul called as she misses, and she's going to shoot 2 free throws.
15 foul. At the line for the away team, Fernando Laney Hamilton. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so she makes both.
Here's Harrington.
And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here just to regain some confidence.
And stolen by Atkins. Pass to Charles.
Laney Hamilton.
Now Burton. Beyond the arc. In it goes. That's her third bucket. And she's missed 5 so far.
Unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and she's heating up.
Ionescu outside. And the basket is good.
Another bucket in the paint. That's just something they have not been able to stop today. And if they want to win this game, they got to figure out how to stop it.
You know, Brian, I think it's time to switch things up on D. What they've got going on right now is not getting it done.
Takes her. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Teams in the penalty. At the line for the away team, Lee. 2 shots.
And the first one falls for her. Both shots good from the stripe. The Sun on offense. It's a 13-point game.
Carrington outside.
To the inside. The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. I mean, there's more holes in their defense than in a block of Swiss cheese.
Man, you just made me hungry, but that's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were in tight. They've established themselves inside. Where's the chase?
And you see the grit of Atkins there. You simply cannot quantify how hard she plays.
Now here's Ionescu. The three. The shot will not fall. And so that brings the first half to a close. The Mystics on top. They lead by 13. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And welcome back as we begin the second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, but anything can happen. You gotta like what Hartley has done in this game.
He's been a revelation tonight, scoring almost at will in the first half.
Hard to imagine she'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but you never know. It could be a special night for her.
The Sun on offense, trailing by 13. Jones, she's covered by Hamby. Jones right side, pass to Ionescu. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Parker Tyus, makes it off the glass.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
And here's Burton. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Hamby sets a screen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jones. That's foul number 2 for her.
First team foul.
Outside, Atkins. Hamby a screen. Inside. That ball is good for another field goal, her 6th, and she's at a 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Carrington with the ball. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul.
The 2024 Most Improved Player was none other than San Diego native Dejanay Carrington.
She's always been an excellent defender. Offensively, though, Carrington took a major step forward, scoring about 13 points per game.
And she makes the first. The first Commissioner's Cup was back in 2021. The Seattle Storm won the inaugural version.
Hey, Brianna Stewart, the first MVP of the Commissioner's Cup championship game. The WNBA introducing the second competition to give the regular season a little extra spice.
That's also good, so she hits them both.
Yeah, and one of the buzzwords that you hear about Carrington is aggression. She brings a very aggressive mindset to every time she steps on the floor.
Now here's Hamby. 12 points for her. And Jones pulls it down. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Ionescu.
Back to Carrington.
Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Sun keep it alive. Kicks it out to Jones. Good on the A shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Zero hesitation from Jones. Knew what she wanted to do.
It's Burton, covered by Ionescu. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Ariel Atkins on the wing. And the three ball is good.
With an unwavering work ethic, Atkins has just about mastered the three ball.
Now a timeout called by Connecticut.
I got to be concerned with all the missed shots. Every team is going to go through cold streaks. But when you go through those cold streaks, you have to find ways to stay productive.
Yeah, and the coach might be telling them to try to get to the line, earn some points on some freebies, because sometimes the free throw line can be your best friend when the shots aren't falling from the field.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Now here's Carrington, defended by Atkins. Pass to Ionescu. Again, the Suns score.
Not ignoring the middle part of the court. The more of these that Ionescu hits, the more space she'll get to operate.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Hamby down low, guarded by Jones. Burton can't hit. Now Morrow. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Back to Carrington. 5 on the clock. And it's blocked by De'Erica Hamby.
On defense, Hamby is so active, looks for any opening to swat the ball and blocks the shot.
Boy, she made a mess of that finish.
Now here's Carrington. Ionescu outside. The three-pointer, no good. Outside Atkins. To the middle. Hamby. The Sun pull it in. Here's Ionescu. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Pass to Jones. And again, no good by Connecticut. Outside Atkins. Here's Charles. Rebound Cheyenne Parker-Tyus. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Here's Morrow. Ionescu outside. He gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit lead.
Well, they probably would like to get their points on the first shot, but the good news for them is that they keep following up their misses. I really love this effort.
Yeah, I mean, they'll take them any way they can get them. Extra effort paying off.
And the Mystics call time here. It's Burton. 8 points for her. Outside Atkins. Shot to stop the drought, and the layup is good.
That's just a great job by Atkins, reading the defense and allowing the pick and roll to develop naturally.
Connecticut trailing. Pass to Jones. Back to Ionescu. From deep. Rebounded by the Mystics.
Well, offensively speaking, it has been a tough quarter for her.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
An emphatic rejection. You got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Number 14, Bria Hartley.
And here's Washington. Outside Atkins. Now Hamby. Guarded by Jones. Hamby down low. Working on Jones. Out of bounds, Mystics ball as Washington keeps possession.
Substitution on the court.
Ariel Atkins on the wing. She has 7. And the layup's good off the glass.
At the offensive end, she's done as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now here's Ionescu. Tight defense on her. There's the 3. Here's Parker Tyus. Score the bucket. She's made 5 so far, shooting a nifty 5 for 7. The Mystics leading. And here's Burton. She's got 8. Count that one. Now Banham. Pass to Ionescu. Here's Banham, defended by Atkins. Picked by Jones. Shot clock at 6. Back to Ionescu. That 3 off the mark.
She's been ice cold from three-point range since halftime, and she continues to fire away. She's got to tone it down.
Count it.
Some defensive breakdowns happening now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these high percentage shot attempts, it's not going to get it done. They need to figure it out.
Ionescu, guarded by Charles. Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
And Washington has possession. 13-point lead. Pass to Atkins. Now Harris takes the 3, and Jones pulls it down. Now here's Ionescu. Back to Hartley. From the arc. That's her 6th make from the field. She's taken 9 shots and missed only 3.
Well, sometimes as a point guard, you have to call your own number. Bria Hartley has been taking it herself tonight. Nice to see Bria get hers.
Charles. Great D that time from Parker Tyus. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here.
And for Sabrina Ionescu, the top pick of the 2020 draft, she had a bit of an inconsistent start to her career.
Spraining her ankle her rookie year and just playing 3 games. Her second season, she shot 38%. But you got to give Sabrina credit. The Walnut Creek Wonder worked herself into the star we know today.
And yep, it's good.
Well, Atkins can score from pretty much anywhere on the court. Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. She'll find a way.
Now here's Hartley. She's got 16. Pass to Ionescu. Back to Hartley. Parker ties the screen. To the left wing. Ionescu. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits.
She has been anything but her usual self this quarter. It's been ugly.
You know, they've been extremely efficient and effective getting the ball inside.
Totally. I mean, we're seeing some real shortcomings from this defense. They've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And the foul on Harris. That's her first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Banham, looking for her first basket still in this one. 6 to shoot. And again, Connecticut no good. Pass to Whitcomb. Baseline try. The Sun pull it in. And here's Banham. Inside. Whitcomb with the steal. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
Heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the fast break.
That's rapid-fire basketball at its best.
Showtime.
And can't cash in from close range. This one for three. That one misses. Would have counted had it gone. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Mystics on top, up by 16. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back as the fourth quarter is right ahead. Not exactly a close contest here. Here's the Mystics with the ball. 16-point lead, the largest margin of the game. Shot blocked! And the Sun pushing it up now. Pass to Hartley. Fires for three. Good on the triple.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now.
Wow. I mean, come on. That's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, it's just nowhere to be found.
They have to start committing more bodies down low.
Now here's Hartley. Launches a three. Off the mark for the fourth time this game. She is now 7 for 11. Here's Harris. Misses from short range. The Sun on offense. 15-point game. Here's Hartley. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Getting fancy with it. You see Bria Hartley demonstrating some of her crazy dribble skills.
Pass to Harris. Hamby guarded by Jones. Hamby down low, working on Jones. Hamby misses. Hartley left side, and she drops it in from the low post.
You know, she shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
So it's Washington now. At one point, they led by 16. Now here's Harris. She's guarded by Hartley. The layup off target.
Well, thus far, they managed to overcome an off game from her offensively.
Pass to Bibby. Phantom launches it. Hamby grabs the miss. Now here's Whitcomb. Defense right on her. She gets it in there.
Superb assist. She was crafty, creative, and the ultimate teammate on that play.
Here's Bibby. Jones inside. She's covered by Hamby. So it's Washington now. 13-point lead. Pass to Harris. Laxa misses the three. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Now Banham. Now Hartley. Bibby. Yes, and it's Bria Hartley picking up the assist.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Pass to Harris. Hamby sets a screen. Drops in the layup for two.
What a dish out of the pick and roll. Harris is certainly a cerebral point guard, guys.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now for this fourth quarter. Here's Bibby. Banham. Whitcomb defending. Six on the shot clock. The 11-footer. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Laxa. Down low. Here's Bibby. Pass to Banham. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
And here's Laxa. Out to the wing. Outside Whitcomb. From downtown, it's good from long range.
That's a great outcome for this offense. Getting Whitcomb something in rhythm.
Pass to Banham. There's the triple. The shot, no good. Here's the Mystics with the ball. It's a 14-point game. And the basket by Hamby.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Such a pretty pass.
I don't have an exact number for you, but I can tell you we've seen it a lot. Okay, let's just say that. Strictly using assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Boy, I mean, I'd settle for having as many points in a game as she has rebounds.
Right now, we're really witnessing something special.
Now here's Harris. Guarded by Jones. And the rebound goes to the Sun.
Well, they're in the lead, but she's still been frustrated offensively.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right, their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. Washington calls timeout. And here's Burton. Outside Atkins. Pass to Charles. Shoots over Parker Tyus. Oh, it's blocked by Parker Tyus. Now Carrington. Back to Hartley. Now Carrington. Now here's Jones. She's covered by Hamby. And that one's good, Jones.
These inside looks are what Jones is all about, and she knows how to outwork the defense.
Pass to Laney Hamilton. Now here's Atkins. To the paint. Here's Hamby. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Ariel Atkins.
With a rare combination of 6'3" height and fluid movements, Hamby can move with ease. Tough cover on the pick and roll.
The shot by Ionescu, no good.
And they're not dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
They've separated themselves in a number of categories. Rebounds just one more.
Well, most games she can hit from deep, but this game, it's not there for her.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
She has definitely turned things around in this game. She was more of a background player in the first half, but here in the second half, she's looking like a star.
The Mystics with the lead. Right side Charles. And she uses the glass on the layup.
A reliable interior scoring option, Charles plays with power and poise around the rim.
Now here's Hartley. Carrington outside. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Hartley. Lets it go from deep. Hamby grabs the miss. Outside Atkins. Pass to Burton. Jacks up a 3. The Sun pull it in. Hartley with it. Here's Harrington. Let's go with a 3. Offensive rebound. The tray. But they'll get another chance.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the basketball.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that.
Washington calls timeout. Outside Atkins. Pass to Hamby. Back to Atkins. And here's Burton, covered by Ionescu. Here's Morrow. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. Hartley, Ionescu. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Talk about coming up clutch. How about Ionescu sinking a huge shot?
The Sun making a switch here.
Team foul. Captain of the lineup for Utah, number 4, Vitale.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Sabrina Ionescu. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the away team.
Shoot 2.
2 shots.
She hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game. Timeout called, the Sun.
Well, they'll need a very quick bucket out of this timeout.
And even if they get it and then get a quick foul, there still might not be enough time.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Carrington. Pass to Ionescu. Carrington defended by Atkins. Here's the 3. Back to Ionescu. From deep. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
What a find by Jones. Some high IQ basketball.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the away team, Ariel Atkins. 2 shots.
She gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And she hits both free throws. And it's a 7-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Now Morrow. Here's Carrington. So the Mystics win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
It really was. When this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what tough-minded squad they can be.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.